going, but I know
I've been invited by Coach Kenneth Raw, and some people has been asking a whole of questions, especially at the in the goalkeeping department. If you ask me, Ikechukwu Ezenwa, Daniel Akpe, and of course Francis Ozoho. For me, I think I'll still be watching or looking out for Coach Kenneth Raw to give Francis Ozoho a whole lot of chance because I think he's young, energetic, and of course playing in one of the biggest league in the world. I think he still have edge. If you ask me, though. Many will argue that, of course, Ikechukwu Ezenwa did his best, a couple of qualifying matches, before we actually sealed the qualification ticket. But I think he's too playful for me. I'm still emphasizing on that, and I don't know. He just needs somebody to talk to him. He should maintain consistency and be matured also.
Ahmad, yesterday on this show, we said that the same players that execute these friendlies should be the same sort of players that should play at the World Cup. But then let's look at the defenders. Francis Ozoho of Deportivo La Corona, Ikechukwu Ezenwa aimed by FC, Daniel Akpe at Chippa United in South Africa. Looking at these three goalkeepers, do you see them going to the World Cup?
Well, I still want to believe that Daniel Akpe might not just make the World Cup list. Yes, I don't know the plan of the coach, Kenneth Raw, but for me, Akpe is not that inconsistent. He's not just one of the top goalkeepers that Nigeria as a country really needed as far as the World Cup is concerned. A big tournament like the World Cup, that's my fear for Ikechukwu Ezenwa. He's too playful, facing the likes of Lionel Messi, Kun Aguero. I don't know how he's going to keep that form that I've been questioning really. I think Francis Ozoho for me should be getting the bed.
And for the defenders, we have Abdullahi Shehu, Sion Ebwe, Olaoluwa Aina, who plays for Hull City in England, Elderson Echechile, Brown Edowu, Chiloze Wazema, William Ekonga, Leon Balogun, Kenneth Omero, and Stephen Eze. Maybe Kenneth Omero might not be on the plane, but then looking at the defenders, which of them with you, if you're given an opportunity, take out of this list?
Number one, Kenneth Omero should, for me, has dropped in form. Remember he started on loan while in Chelsea, and he has not really proved something remarkable for him to come back to that team. So for me, this alone is a minus for him. So I don't think he will be making the list for me.
Do you see Chidozie Wazim?
Yes, I think he should be making the list, but though he still need a lot to prove, to make the list. And of course, Olaina also gave his best, and I believe if he actually improve his game, he should be making the list too.
And for the midfielders, we have Maker John Obi, who plays for Tia Argentina, Ogeyo Nazi, Wilfred Ndidi, Ogenekari Otebo, John Ogo, Uche Ago, and Joel Obi. Joel Obi for me, I'm still wondering why he's on the list, but then let's hope.
Well, maybe he did something spectacular for the coach that actually catches attention. That I wouldn't know. But one problem about this player is he's been so tormented by injury. Perhaps that's why he's dropped in form, recently. But the coach giving him or handing him a call again to come around. Maybe he just want to prove, see, maybe he can prove something that will definitely convince him, take him to the
call his way back to the
just maybe, So maybe that's just why he's in the list right now. But I still doubt if he will make the finalists to the World Cup. We're talking about friendly matches right now, and this is the only thing that will give you the mentality or perhaps the mindset of selecting your best legs, as far as the World Cup is concerned. So for me, Joel will be coming back. Maybe he should just have this opportunity, perhaps the last one, for him to prove something remarkable.
And for the strikers, we have Ahmed Musa, CSK Moscow, Kelechi Iheanacho, Moses Simon of Ghent. We have Victor Moses, Chelsea, Odin Ihalo, Alex Iwobi, Junior Ajayi, and Gabriel Okechukwu. Fantastic lineup, if you ask me. I talk about the strikers, for except Gabriel Okechukwu, that I think, even if it makes it, might be on the bench also.
Most definitely, he might be on the bench, but I think even if he's given the opportunity, for me, he might still prove something. For Odion Igalo, we saw what he did on the qualified series, energetic, uses his physique a lot. The power is there, and it's not about banging in the goals, it's about tormenting the defenders, get them tired. Of course, any other person can come around, of course, hit the ball at the back of the net. So I think it's a good, wonderful lineup as far as the up front is concerned.
And finally, before we move on, looking at the caliber of players invited, are you confident that we've got good legs to execute any game? that comes away?
Well, talking about any game, sometimes when you underrate teams, they want to prove that they can do better. Yeah, many of these players might not be playing in the biggest league in the world, perhaps in the biggest club, if you ask me. Many of them in China, Odion Igalo, John Obi Mikel, the captain, playing in China. Many will say, okay, why would somebody playing in China be compared to those are playing right maybe in England, in Spain, and whatever, But I still believe teamwork is the bottom line. Now they should work as a team, they should play collectively, and they should camp early, and of course do a whole of tough training. I think they can still make something out of this.
And away from the Super Eagles list, CSKA Moscow Russia striker Ahmed Musa has boosted ahead of his team's round of 16 Europa League clash against Lyon, scheduled for Thursday in Moscow, that he will start scoring. The Nigerian international has been invited by Super Eagles coach Kenneth Vaughan for the 2 World Cup build-up games against Poland and Serbia. Told reporters on Wednesday that he will continue to work hard and get the goals. Ahmed Musa is talking tough. He said the same thing before he left for Leicester City. Of course, they didn't find his ground. Let's just hope Ahmed Musa finds a new life in Russia.
Well, let's hope he finds a new life in Russia. That's where he used to play before he finds his way to England, where he really had a poor time, if you ask me. Part of experience for him, maybe he might have learned 1 or 2 lessons. We want to see him, actualize or put all these talkings into action. That's exactly what we're looking at for.
I'm still giving you stories on the local scene. Ikechukwu Ezewa says he is fully fit and ready to go for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We just spoke about Ikechukwu Ezewa, who was invited alongside Francis Bozor, who plays for Deportivo La Corona. He's fully fit, looking like the best.
Well, I don't think he's standing in the right position to come declare himself fit. I think this should be coming from the team doctors or perhaps any doctor in charge of his fitness. But for him to say he's fit, fine. Maybe commitment pushing him. The zeal that okay.
Don't forget to just return to training.
Most definitely, that may be the fear that nobody should come around and take my place. That again should be one of those things that are really making him to come around and talk and say, okay, fine, I'm fit now, I'm good to go and all that. But hey, that's not it. Sometimes when you say you're fit, if you go onto the pitch and you cannot prove that,
it's for the doctors.
So let the doctors come around and declare him fit. That's just it.
Alright, you're still listening to Sport Vibes on Rave 91.7 FM. We're going to a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a trip to the Emirates Stadium where Arsene Wenger described this season's UEFA Europa League as Arsenal's biggest chance of qualifying for the UEFA Champions League.
Style, express yourself.
Alright, welcome back to the show.